Ooh! Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Bleach 1000-Year Blood War episode 13, The Blade is Me. I was just looking at the next episode, trying to see what the next step, on Hulu, you click on the episode and then they're like up next, and then I see up next and it's that Boruto, Naruto, Next Generation episode 1. And I'm like, oh, so this is the last episode of, really? I'm sad. So, last episode, we continue the story of Asaki and Ryu and Ishin, and how basically Ichigo came to be born and what happened when Ichigo's mom died as well. So apparently Iuhabaha stole her powers because he didn't deem her fit to have the powers and whatnot. And the same thing happened to Uryu as well. So Uryu's mom, Katakiri. So yeah, now Ichigo's resolved to do something. He's like, I'm going. So I guess we'll see where he's going in this episode. And that's what happened in this episode. Before we get into this one, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider support on my Patreon at patreon.com/filmmini. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. Yo, people, I love how everything came sort of like full circle, especially when it comes to the hollow inside of him, and then the old man Zangetsu, because it's like ever since we've seen Bleach, whatever, when Ichigo is trying to get stronger or anything, or he goes into himself and either fights Zangetsu or whatever to try to get stronger, you have the hollow in him that's like, I'm you, I'm Zangetsu and everything. And he usually, Ichigo's like not being able to accept that, or doesn't want to let the hollow inside of him do anything, and all of that. But then in this episode, he's basically accepting the hollow, because when he went that scene, I'm like, ooh. He said he was gonna go back. Like last episode ended with him saying that he's going, and I'm like, okay, how are you gonna get there? And then the father asked him, yeah, how are you gonna get there? And then that's when the girl showed up and brought him back, and then he's gonna do the test. He turns around and all the Asauchis were just like bowing, which wasn't what happened before. Before they were just attacking him and everything. Although we didn't really see exactly how that played out. We just saw the aftermath of it, but they were not accepting of him. And this time around, he was just walking and they were just like bowing, and everybody was just even what's his name? Etsu, he was like sort of like in shock. Like they were all like, huh? And he was just sort of walking. He walked and was like, you. And he chose his Asauchi and he turned white, and he looked like his the hollow version of himself, and all of that. And now they went and they were gonna forge the Zanpakuto, right? And the guy was asking him, do you know why you saw what is white? And everything, and they related that to the hollow, because he's the hollow inside of him. And then they showed the hollow and they explained how Aizen made that hollow white or something or other with all those soul represents something and another. I'm like, well, sometimes when I read things once, I fully get it, but other times I have to reread it and sit with it a little bit before I can fully grasp what they're saying. And that's where this comes from. Why is he white? Either way, they were basically relating that to that hollow that got transferred to the mom and then to him and all of that. And that hollow is his Zanpakuto. And then old Etsu told him about how Well, he told Ichigo to say goodbye to Zangetsu, and like what? And then that's when the he went into the he was like tell him that that man was pretending to be Zangetsu, and I'm like, he's like, okay, think about it, really. Who does it look like, or something or other like that? And I'm like, you know, at one point, I don't know which episode it was. I was looking at the intro, and then I'm like, why does Zangetsu look like Iwabaha? I made that resemblance in my mind. I believe I said it as well. And this episode, it was confirmed that he is Iwabaha when he was younger. I'm like, what? I was right. So Ichigo also had that thought nagging in his mind, and he was like, why was I so drawn to him when he went to Soul Society? He like straight up went there and all of that, and he was asking himself why they look alike and all of that. And then there was a talk between him and old man Zangetsu, and he was asking me, okay, so was everything a lie? Are you my ally or are you my enemy? And then Iwabaha is like, yeah, I'm not your enemy. I'm not your ally either. If you will go back to each time you're trying to get stronger or whatnot, you'll notice that it was the Hollow that was helping you and not me. Because he didn't want Ichigo to become a soul repairer. He didn't want him to be embroiled in all these battles and everything. But Ichigo kept doing his own thing. He kept walking down that path of his own free will, and he kept getting stronger and everything. And as he was watching him grow stronger and all of that, he started just like the way that he, or the fact that he didn't want him to become a soul reaper, he started letting go of that, and he started supporting Ichigo along his journey and everything. And now he's proud of the man that he's become and all that. I'm like, oh. And then he will disappear. And then you just see the Quincy blade there. He's like, he has not been fighting with his full power, but now he can. And Ichigo's like, whether it's you or the Hollow, you both are Zangetsu to me. And then he just like went to the forge or whatever, and then he just pulled out the stove, or he poured his soul into it. I believe that's what he said. And then the Zanpakuto was like born, and it was two Zanpakutos, and I believe the one blade was the Quincy blade, because when he was like, okay, whether it's the Hollow, and then you see he said whether it was Iwabaha or the Quincy, either way, there was a one blade that sort of burned white, blue-ish, like the Quincy powers and stuff. And then there was the one that was sort of burning red and, representing the Hollow powers and everything. And he's like, whether it's the Hollow or Ome Zangetsu, you both are Zangetsu. And then he's like, now I'm not gonna say for you to fight alongside me or something. And then it's like telling the Hollow one that I'm not gonna say to let me, because usually when it comes to the Hollow part of himself, he's trying to push it back. It's like, I'm not gonna let you take control over me or something or other like that. So he's basically now saying that we are one and we are gonna be fighting as one, basically. Because it's like, the blade is me, you guys are me, I am you. We're all one, and we're gonna be fighting together and stuff. So I'm like, oh, that whole scene where he was accepting of himself and all that, and all the ways and everything, that was so cool. And then you hear the na 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 na, my favorite soundtrack of Bleach. So yeah, you hear that also in the background. Like, that whole scene was awesome, man. It was so awesome. Okay. Now, what is up with Oreo? That's my thing. What the heck is up with him? He was asking his father about, the war between the Quincy's, and he had the notebook and he was reading the notebook, and I don't quite know. I think I don't quite know what was in the notebook, but I believe there was the one scene where they were talking about the war that happened 1,000 years ago inside of the notebook and everything. And then he was there. What was his name? Hashvalto or whatever showed up at the end there of last episode. No, was it last episode? No, of the previous one. Not last episode, but the one that came before that. That guy showed up at the end. And then at the end of last episode, the father, Ryu, was there. He found the notebook, but there was no Uryu. And then at the end of this episode, Uryu is with Iuhabaha, and it seemed like he was ordained as one of the members of, what was their group called again? Stern Ritter. Seems like he was, welcomed as a Stern Ritter. And I'm like, huh? What? I don't see him turning against Ichigo and the Soul Reapers. Yeah, he's a Quincy, and when Ichigo was like, he's gonna go help the Soul Reapers, like the Soul Reapers or the Hollows, either way. He was like, I can't involve myself with that, because I'm a Quincy and everything. I still don't see him going against them and turning against Ichigo. It's like the dude basically, I don't know, even if he's the father of all Quincy's and whatnot, does that generate loyalty inside of you? You've never experienced anything with that dude. You've gone through a whole lot with Ichigo, and last episode they said that he's the reason basically that Ichigo's mom died, and although I don't quite know why Katagiri died, like Uryu's mom. I know they say he was frail, and then he took Yuhabaha took her powers away and stuff, but how did she die exactly? Was it because she was just sick, or is it because something happened when he took away her powers and that's what led to her death? Because if that's what led to her death and Uryu knows that, then maybe he's just acting like a spy, maybe, or something, trying to get close to Yuhabaha and find a way to defeat him, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. But people, when is Bleach coming back? I can't believe this is the last episode, man. Oh, they said it was returning July 2023. Okay. Okie dokie. And that there was going to be the first 2 episodes on June 25th in Japan. Early screening, I guess. It's going to be here soon. Yay. Yay. I won't have to wait too long. But then I need to be watching something else in the meantime. So I'll figure out whatever it is that I'm going to be reacting to next. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to whatever's going to be replacing Bleach, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/philippi. And you can also see the full length of this reaction and all my previous Bleach reactions there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Veneno sauvé,